Tonight, supervisors in Butler Township held their reorganizational meeting, which included the swearing in of some new positions and the clearing out of others. First, newly elected supervisor and former police chief Charles Altmiller was sworn in. Then the positions of chairman, vice chair, and secretary were voted on to Brian Kissenweather, Ransom Young, and Altmiller, respectively. Then came some surprises. Interim Police Chief David Pavelko was sworn in as the regular head of the Township Police, but not without opposition.
I want it known it is not against David Pavelko. He's an excellent officer. He's going to make a wonderful chief. But I believe there's a conflict of interest when Kissenweather Towing is getting the majority of the towing, and we have an ordinance that says closest available tow. And it's a discretionary. I just think that if Brian would have abstained, there wouldn't have been a problem.
We talked to the new chief after the meeting and swearing-in ceremony.
There's not really much of a difference. There's some changes now that I could make to policy since I am officially now the chief. But pretty much there's not much of a difference. I've been doing all the same things all these last several months.
When voting on the benefits given to sitting supervisors, Young also had some questions, especially including a raise in taxes to residents of the township.
$40,000 is going to cost to pay the health insurance for the supervisors. And I just think that that's wrong, that when people are struggling to pay their own health insurance, that just because you're a sitting supervisor, you should have a family plan.
Kissenweather said the vice chair had his facts wrong.
The tax, you see, because the taxes were raised. They were raised for other reasons. For the police department, that people want more service. It was raised because they needed more cars. It was raised because we need more for roads, for ditches. It's not just one thing. He's off the track a little bit.
Lastly, and the biggest bombs dropped, included 3 employees eliminated. Steve Hahn as township manager, Ransom Young as the roads foreman, and Jim Caffrey as the code enforcement and zoning officer.
Tonight's meeting was very hard for me. I've been working for 2 years with everybody here. It's just that things need to change. We need to step it up a little bit and get to the next notch and really serve our people. And that's why I was elected, and that's what I'm trying to do. I'm not trying to do anything other than make the township get better.
I guess taken by surprise. I hadn't heard anything about it previous to this, so I guess it's just completely caught off guard. Had never heard any discussions about anything not being done correctly or completely. I certainly thought I did a great job as township manager. There's a great deal involved in that position and a great deal that has to be done every day, and I'm just worried for the township that those things won't be kept up with.
Apparently there's a difference of opinion. Here again, in my personnel file, there's nothing to say I wasn't doing my job, and so it appears that someone had an axe to grind.
Filling in as temporary manager and temporary code enforcement officer is Larry Sims. The next meeting in Butler Township will be January 12th at 6 p.m. For WYLN's Late Edition, I'm Beth Mensinger.